boys and girls. We finally got a couple of games I'm excited to play. Cautiously, that is. Delta Force, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, the longest name ever in the history of gaming. Nah, but seriously, we got a couple of games to talk about today, and it's pretty much all positives. I got a few things I'm concerned about with both of them, but we're going to get into it. Welcome to the show. If you're new, this is the Game Thoughts, humble opinions, troll strategy. We talk about games, we do streams, we do shorts. So, Delta Force is looking like a great middle ground. If you're into DMZ and you're not so much into the Warzone, if you're a console player like me, that's who I'm talking about today. PC players, you guys have plenty of shooters, plenty of realistic things to play. Y'all got it, that's fine. Console players, I'm talking to y'all. When I came up, realistic shooters were all over the place on console. Good full package games that had co-op, had a campaign, had a multiplayer. They were very common. Nowadays, it's all the free-to-play games with the same old things in them and the hero shooters and all that. Delta Force does have some hero shooter elements, but from what I've seen so far, they don't look too egregious, so I'm excited about it. But before we go all over the place, just want to say thank you to everybody that's been rocking with us. If you're new, coming from the shorts, and you came to watch the video, please watch the whole thing. I know you guys like your short content, though. I understand. We will be pushing more of those out. Be pushing more streams, of course. Try to stay on top of the new games as they come out. Wukong, that's going to be our next thing on PS5. But as soon as Delta Force drops, we're going to be all over it. Going to get the Ultra Edition of Space Marine for the Xbox Series X. Going to be playing the hell out of that as well. If you like what you hear, like what you see on the channel, please like and subscribe. I'm doing it about 4 or 5 years now. It's been a while since I did a video, but lately there's just been I've been trying some new games and everything. There just hasn't been a whole lot of things I've been excited about, and then finally when these popped up, I've been looking into, and I've been debating on doing this for a while, but it's like, you know what, I want to be more positive about gaming and games in general, so it's something I actually want to talk about. Let's get into it. So let's do just that. We'll start with Delta Force here because it's the one I'm the most concerned with. The hero abilities and the new age player base are the two things I'm mostly worried about. I hope that the developers do not turn this into another Call of Duty skin game. I know they have to monetize it because it's free to play, but that's just my worries. Don't worry, I'm going to get into the positives because I have mostly positive things to say about this. But the fact that it is a hero shooter and they're going to have to add more operators or whatever you want to call them to the game is definitely worrisome for me. I don't personally care about the battlefield mode. That's a cool add-on thing, but the extraction shooter part of it is exactly what I want more of on console, and the realistic aspect, leaning into real-world things. I don't mind a little bit of the future tech, and there actually is armor in real life that stops, 308 rounds and these bigger bullets. Most of you guys that play video games now are not gun people. That's fine. But we need something on console that's closer to this. So I'm happy to get it. We need to get it. And just a side note, I really wish that these console owners, like the people that really are in charge of everything, would let there be more console tests before games came out. And it would be easier, or if they could somehow make it easier for the developers to do that, would be great too. Just across the board. No matter what, it's a Chinese developer, so I am worried about that. It's going to be on mobile and PC and crossplay, so I'm worried about the cheaters as well. But the pacing, the time to kill of what I've seen so far, the loot system, the different missions, the fact that it's got the PvP and the AI enemies doing their own thing, and everyone's going to be doing their own missions. I just love the dynamics of the different maps and the different style of missions that you're going to be on, can bring to the PvP aspect of things, and then trying to get somebody's loot out and all that. And then one of the cooler things about the game is they have two different down but not outs, but there's no what do they call it in the Warzone? I don't play it. The gulag system where you just like respawn after you've been headshotted. That's dumb. So you have a down but not out where you can get revived if you're crawling, but also if you get knocked all the way, you have a time limit on it, but your buddies can come back and actually full res you or pick your body up to take you somewhere safe to res you. That's absolutely awesome. I like things like that. Less HUD overall on the game than Call of Duty. Absolutely love that. The the movement and everything, like the actual gameplay for controller is definitely gonna be different than what you see for like the PC and mouse and keyboard. Duh. So that's really gonna make or break the game. But I'm hoping if they can get the right people to tweak the controller side of things, and hopefully we don't have aim assist on it, this game could be really great for console. They almost will definitely have aim assist on the game. That's one thing we don't know about. So I'll probably do another video. Definitely be doing shorts whenever the beta or whenever the game comes out. And when this comes out, this is going to be a mainstay on the channel. I've been waiting on a multiplayer. So stay tuned, guys. I haven't looked into the operators too much. I know they got this medic that this guy's using here. This is Jack Fragg's gameplay. I don't watch that many people nowadays. But I couldn't find any good gameplay that was no commentary, so I figured I'd just have it muted here and y'all could just listen to my pretty voice. But anyway, everything about what's going on in the menu right here, I love. Looting system looks crispy. They're going to have to do a very good job to get all of this to translate to controller well. It can be done. There's not a genre that can't be done on controller in this day and age if you have the right people designing everything, that is. Now, a lot of the things where people are going to worry about and talk about, like monetization and all that, I probably won't ever spend any money on this game. It would have to be immaculate. So it's just as long as it actually works and it's fun for me and the couple of people that I play with, I'm absolutely all in, and I'll be there popping heads and taking loot. So that being said, let's move on over because I want to keep the video short. I know y'all got things to do. Let's talk about Warhammer. My last problem with this game, it's all going to be about connectivity like always. And also, I don't want to be a complete and utter troll. The Call of Duty player base and the Fortnite player base and the Apex player base, they do like to come in and complain and try to turn everything into their health bar, a long time to kill BS. Hopefully the devs don't listen to that. But let's keep it positive. We're super excited for Warhammer. Going to be a whole hell of a lot of co-op. Let's get to it.
The traitors attack our terrain. Establish dominance. The servants of the Comps don't claim the objective.
Alright. Now, Warhammer. I'm all the way in. Utterly excited about it. I don't know really anything about the world, about the lore. I don't need to. This looks like what Gears needs to step up and become, or at least lean into. I'm a little worried about the studio because I felt like World War Z didn't run as nice as I would like to. But it's been a long time, and a lot of people played that game over the years. So hopefully they're using their money. And it looks like they damn sure have, because this looks super AAA and they're not. So I have heard that there's some input lag and stuff like that, and sometimes not everything interacts the way it should. Granted, the game isn't out yet. What game launches with everything working really at the end of the day, though? So I'm not super worried on that front. The main thing that can make or break this game, though, is if the multiplayer side of things, which this is just the co-op, absolutely looks so good. Anyway, the multiplayer really needs a solid server. It needs solid servers, and it needs a really good infrastructure for us to be able to really get down the way we should be able to. Because with all this movement and the way everything is going, someone with a bad connection could absolutely ruin this gameplay. Because this, the classes and all of that actually seem to be well thought out and completely different from each other, so it looks like you actually have a reason to try everything out, which a lot of games with classes, I'm like, why they even have them? I would always prefer to just be able to use everything, but apparently that's a balancing issue. Whatever, we're not here to talk about that. But if they can get their act together and make this one feel good on controller, like always, if it feels good to play, the co-op aspect is there, the longevity could be there, like just very, very much so if they can get the multiplayer right. Super excited for it. I'm trying to be cautious though. We're always getting burned nowadays. But all of that being said, the last few things I want to talk about is for both of these games, for Delta Force and for Warhammer. They just have a tone of, they don't have the cheeky, everything is jokey tone to them. They're not trying to be, well, they're not trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the best, like, most mainstream thing I can say to get my point across. And like, I know you guys that are Warhammer fans are like, duh, Warhammer's blah, blah, blah. But like, I love the tone of Warhammer. It looks like it's well thought out. It looks like the team actually loved what they were working on. Delta Force, like from the articles I've read and everything and what I've seen from them, it looks like they love what they're working on. As far as the breakdowns and all that kind of stuff, there's plenty of channels that do that. I like to talk about games like we're having a conversation. So please tell me what you guys are thinking. Are you excited for either one of these for console? Do you want to see more of these on console? And last thing, the fact that these are full package games and that we get a full campaign, a full co-op experience, multiplayer modes, and one of them is free to play on top of that, which is crazy. I generally don't play free to plays, but I'm breaking that for Delta Force because I need a shooter with real guns in it. It is a wasteland out here on console. I don't want to see rat people and rappers and this, that, and the other on my shooters. I want to keep it military, keep it realistic as possible. We do have some hero shooter elements on Delta Force, but that's okay. But just seeing games like this, hopefully this is a comeback, especially on console, because we just need it. We need things that aren't just brain dead shooters, and some things that actually like team plays that aren't so just kid centric and happy go lucky, like the brutality and just like wrecking people, like that Gear style, like that's that Xbox feel, man, like for real. And these are both on both consoles, and that's fine. But hope you guys enjoyed the show. We got some streams coming for you. We got all kinds of shorts coming for you. It's about to be game season. I try to stream a couple times a week. The weekends usually are more busy for me as far as channel stuff. So be on the lookout then and the beginning of the week. But I do it whenever I can. Bring out as much as possible. We will see you next time. Later.
Scott claims the objective.
Traitor killed confirmed.
Imperial Nazis assault our territory. New objective one.
Your mission is to use the stored promethium in the refinery to destroy the enemy swarm. Trigger detonation only.
We're in position.
Looks like someone beat us to it. We need to pick up the pace.
Luna, clean the balcony. On your mark. Balcony clear.
Go, go, go! Clear the area! Shield down. I'm going in.